Hi there, my name is Aaron Lanterman. I'm a professor of electrical and computer engineering at Georgia Tech, and this is a quick video to show my students how to run an NEC PC-FX game on our PC-9821 RA43 computer using the card in here, which is an NEC PC-FXGA card that has the chipset. So you turn these on, it will check the memory, it will boot up here. Now to get out of this, you want to hold down the Shift key and press F9. So you want to go into the PC-FX directory, and there's a program in here called fxga. So you run that, and what it's complaining about here is that we don't have this special floppy disk inserted. This disk has a file on it that basically has the data for a memory cartridge for the original PC-FX game console. Here it's saying, do you want to continue anyway? You won't be able to save your games. And you can say yes, continue, or here I'm going to say no, because I'm going to take the disk and put it in here so we can save our game. Now important, when you're done, to be courteous, take the disk out and leave it here. Do not boot with floppy inserted or else the machine will scream. So if it boots and it sees a disk here, it will try to look for boot files here, won't find them, and instead of going to the hard drive, it just gives up and screams. So when you boot it, make sure there's no floppy disk in the drive. All right, so let's run fxga again. We're assuming that you've already inserted a game here. And let's see, what is it asking now? Oh, it's asking me if I want to create a backup file. I thought I already did. So let's say yes. So it's creating that backup file. And now it's ready to go. So we can hit run here. And basically now this is running independently of the rest of the computer. So let's see, let's press run to start the game that's in the drive. I hear the drive spinning up. There's our NEC logo. Okay, so let's hit the run button again. Hitting the run button to start. Some cutscene. Let's skip the cutscene. Okay, now there's two sources of sound. There's music that streams off of the CD, and to change the volume of that music, use this volume down here. That's coming out of the computer speaker. And then there's sound generated by the game hardware. Let's see, So that's coming out of the television, the way I have this hooked up. So let me turn that up. So you can adjust those two volumes to taste. And when you're done playing your game, you just hit the escape key. There you go. Okay, so that's for playing standard PC-FX games. We also have an installation on here of GMAKER. Now, in order to run the various demo programs that came with GMAKER, you have to boot Windows and then go into DOS from Windows. If you try to either compile code or run these demos from vanilla DOS, it doesn't work. You have to go into Windows, and let's see, I should let you know how to find this. So in the rightmost corner here, if you double click on this, you'll see this MS-DOS icon. You don't want to exit Windows from here. You want to run MS-DOS from Windows like this. If you don't, you'll get error messages when you try to do things. Anyway, so let's go up to the main directory. And now instead of PC-FX, we go into the directory fxga. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in here, but we want to go to the sample directory. And then there's a bunch of stuff in the sample directory. Let's look in the AGL directory, and not die. Let's see. And let's see what's here. So to run a piece of code, the actual executables are these EX files. So you need to run those from the FX debugger. So I'm going to type fxdb. Now this is very confusing. I want to run the ctest demo. So I'm going to type Y and ctest. I have no idea why you have to put Y before the name of the file. Semicolon RG. I'm not sure what that does. Anyway, if I run that, it'll start up. It'll give us this little startup screen. And there's our demo. So let's see. To get out of this, I need to hit Control C, and then I'm in the debugger. So you can do all sorts of stuff in the debugger, but I'm going to type Q to quit. So if you want to compile code, there's a script that does that. So let's compile the ctest5 program. So I can do mk ctest5, that runs this make script, and that will run the compiler, and it will also run the linker. And every once in a while, the linker will crash and give some weird error message. When that happens, I found that I need to restart the computer. It doesn't happen that often, but when it does, it's annoying, and I have no idea why. Just restart the computer and try again. So now this will have created one of these EX files for whatever example I just did that you can run. So you can take one of the example C code files, copy it, modify it, and start having fun. And if I go up to one directory here, you'll see there's all sorts of stuff. Let's see, there's a game in here. Let's go to game. Let's see what's in the game directory. There's a game called Bully Off. I think I looked at that in another video. Anyway, so that's how to run both original NEC PC-FX games and the special games that came with the GMAKER SDK. Okay, let's run this make script again. It's thinking. What is that?